Good morning. It is Wednesday, November the 11th, 2020. It is Veterans Day. Special thanks to all of our veterans for serving, for protecting our country and our freedoms, and answering a call without question. My grandfather was a veteran, and I like to remember him on this day. He passed away in 2000. He started as a pilot with the Army Air Corps, and then moved to the Air Force when the Army Air Corps changed over to the Air Force. He was a pilot in both theaters of World War II. At one point, he flew bombers. He flew the payroll from Washington, D.C. to bases in Europe. He Oh my goodness, Lisa. Yeah, well, that's not a big deal. I'm just glad you checked in with me. It's so good to see you, Lisa. And I'm gonna get that stuff out. Got to get it out. I had a recent change. Well, let me finish about my grandfather. He served his last station was in New Guinea, at a base that was a joint base between the British and the Americans, and had some really wonderful stories. He considers, hi Tina, so good to see you. Oh yeah, I understand. But anyway, so Veterans Day, I remember my grandfather, Lieutenant Colonel Jakes. And with tornadoes, yes, I remember tornadoes. I've been through a couple when we lived on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. We had one jump right over our house. And I can't tell you how many nights we spent on mattresses in the hallway of our house because it was the center of the house. There were no windows. We could close all the doors. And it's a very scary thing. Trust me, I understand. I've been through a few hurricanes too, so I understand that. And even though they might say, oh, well, it's just a Category 1 hurricane, a hurricane's a hurricane. And if you've never been in one, you don't have room to talk. But yeah, be safe. Please be safe. And I can remember back when we all used phones that were plugged into the walls. When it started raining, you didn't use the phone because lightning could travel through the phone lines and blow up your telephone, honestly. Be safe. And hi, Tina. Good to see you. I'm working on your stuff. Got that in the queue to work on. I wanted to do a sing-along, but you can't do that on YouTube. Because everybody will throw copyright claims. You could get copyright strikes and stuff like that. The good news is I found an agency that does the sync licensing so that I can do some videos during Vlogmas of Christmas music that's not in the public domain. And so I will be uploading Christmas songs for most of the Vlogmas videos of me performing the Christmas songs you've come to know and love. And but I wanted to start with one from Vlogmas 2 years ago and share that with you. It's an original song. It's not really a Christmas song. It's a winter song. And I have to state, this was recorded... the audio was recorded, I believe, on my cell phone. I had little equipment. I didn't know what I was doing, but I made the video, and I'm just going to go ahead and share that with you. Let me cut over here. Is that what I wanted? Oh, wow. Let's do that. Yeah. And then let's make this a little bigger for the moment. And hopefully this will work and you can hear it. Nope, you can't hear it. Let's try this.
Tall pine stands, majestic in its frosty stalls, adorned with icicles on a snow-blanketed knoll. Songs of seeking, birds snuggled in nests, waiting for thawing, surviving winter's test. Toots wander down along the riverbank and make a small shelter with a discarded plank. The river in winter, hidden and quiet, will come to life in summer's light. Hard shell in winter to weather the night, a promise at solstice to bring back the light. Beneath thick ice the current still flows, and across the snow drifts prints of big and small toes. So sleep in the darkness and dream of spring when the river flows amid colorful themes. The river in winter, hidden and quiet, will come to life in summer's light.
And so I'm very excited about Vlogmas this year. I'm getting it done a little bit ahead of time so that it's not such a stressful thing. In the past, I've tried to do Vlogmas ahead of time and it lost track, but I have some exciting news and I'll share it with you guys. It impacts my music really strongly. The agency that provides a caregiver for my son found some extra hours, so I actually have 2 full days a week with a caregiver, which means I got out of the house yesterday. It felt so good. But I will have much more time to work on things and work on videos and work on music and work on the Etsy shop and things like that. And the second thing is that they are finally talking about some in-person education instead of this remote learning. Hi, Karki. So nice to see you. I had an idea, Karki. I'll tell you about it in a second. But so he will be going into the classroom in limited capacity, but instead of us showing up for 3 minutes for a remote conference that he doesn't even invest in, he'll be going to the classroom and working one-on-one with the teachers. And so those two things mean that I get my life back after 8 months. 8 months we have spent together in this house. And I love my son. God knows I love my son. And I would lay down and die for him if it meant his life. But 8 months, 24 hours a day, I need a break. I need a vacay. Karki, I had an idea that I was going to buy a cheap string of pearls from, well, I'm also going to cover the song and dedicate it to Pete because he likes the big band and the, Frank Sinatra and all that. So I was going to cover the song String of Pearls. But I thought for Christmas I'd go to like the dollar store or something and get a cheap string of pearls and send it to him for Christmas. And I think it'd be cool if you could find some old keys, old car keys, and put them on a ring and send it to him for Christmas. And then he would always have his pearls and his car keys. I thought that would be a cute thing to do. I wanted to talk to you about that. But anyway, yeah, but I'm serious. Pete sends people looking for me. If I'm not in the stream, I'm like, okay, I'll be there. I promise. It seems as hard as I try to say I'm not included and I'm not a part, people are like dragging me by the arm. Oh, yes, you are. You're a part of this. But anyway, let me see if I got some more. All right, I wanted to play this for you. And this, I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear it too. I have released the Christmas album. It is 7 instrumental songs, original songs. One of them is the song I wrote for Pete McDevitt for his Christmas video that he's going to put out. And you will get to hear that on his video, but it's also on the album. But this one is just kind of a fun one. It's called First Snow, and it gets kind of jazzy. So this will get your day going. Whoop. Are we coming through? No, we're not coming through. Hold on. Let me go back here. Now you'll get sound. Now you'll get to hear it. There you go. You should be hearing it now. If you can hear it, let me know in the chat. Turbo-powered sleigh. That's a nice little groove. It's called First Snow. It's one of the songs off the new album. I know, right? It's a groove. It's a jam. Rudolph gets his groove back. Really, really proud of this album. Not as proud as I was of Pumpkin Spice Meditations, but because I feel like I rushed this a little bit. But I'm pleased with it. It releases on November the 27th, and when it gets closer to the release date, probably on the release party, I'll do a video for the release party, and I'll be showing all the ways you can listen to or buy the album. I made it predominantly for background music, you know, for your parties or just doing Christmas crafts. Oh Lord, I've been working on the Christmas crafts. I've been making a lot of cards. If you follow me on Insta, you've been seeing all the stuff I'm working on. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, we'll look at this one. There we go. All right, this one's called Frost and Mist. And like I said, I wish we could do a sing-along, but with YouTube, they're very particular with their copyright strikes. And even if a song is in the public domain, people have made copyrights on the videos with the songs in them. And so I don't want strikes. I don't want my channel taken down, so we'll just stick to the originals. I'm sorry about that, but speaking of cover tunes, while this is playing, I have released a cover of the song Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt, originally performed by Eartha Kitt, and that will be releasing the same time as the album. And I might have a couple more Christmas songs come out. Yeah, they are increasing because, let me turn this down in my head. Oh my gosh. They are increasing because YouTube has an automated bot that listens to all the videos and scans them. And like Resort TV 1 can be walking through the parks, and if Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is playing in the background, that little bot hears it and goes, "Oop, you're using copyrighted music. You can't do that." And they will either take the video down and ask you to blank out the audio during that, or they will give you a copyright strike. Because these record companies who put out the music want their money. Not that it's a whole lot of money, and the funny thing is, very little of that money actually goes to Mariah Carey. It goes to record companies, it goes to the businesses, it goes to all sorts of stuff, but it doesn't go to the artist. Tina, I'm just glad that you've checked in with me. That means the world. Thank you so much. You can be in ninja mode. That's fine. I understand. This is lunch break for some people. This is, we're still on lockdown. We got kids at home and all sorts of stuff. So the copyright, and there's up until recently, it was really difficult, and I guess this is under the topic of music, so I can talk about it. Up until recently, it was very difficult to get a license to perform uh, cover songs legally, you'd have to get what's called a sync license. Now, for me covering Santa Baby and putting that on distribution, I needed a mechanical license because that's a license that covers the recording of a song. In order to put it on YouTube and make a video, put that music that I recorded with video, I have to get what's called a sync license. Those are more difficult to get because you had to do a lot of back work, a lot of chasing it down and finding this information yourself, and then setting up the money to go to that person and everything else. And YouTube, instead of going through that process and becoming a sync licensing place, they just said, okay, we're just not going to deal with this. We're going to take it out. If you put up a video with, and there's a lot of people who put up cover tunes on YouTube. They just turn on the camera, record the song, and they're doing it illegally. And some people don't get caught, but I'll tell you, I've put up, I did a cover of Me and Bobby McGee. I did a cover of White Christmas. I did a cover of, I did Happy Birthday. I sang Happy Birthday to somebody in a stream, and it got it didn't get a strike, but it got a copyright claim on it because the melody had been claimed by a record company going with their Spanish version of Happy Birthday. So they put a copyright claim on it. And now anytime anybody watches that video, Warner Brother Records, Centrio Latino, whatever, gets, they have monetized that video. So even if I did become monetized, I wouldn't be able to monetize that video. And if I'd have been monetized, it probably would have been a copyright strike, even though Happy Birthday is in the public domain. But singing it on YouTube can get you in trouble if the little listening bots detect that you've done a cover song. But I have found a place recently. It's called We Are the Hits. And what you do is you record your cover song and then you upload it through their portal. And they have licensing deals with all of the companies that they monetize the video on your channel. And this works really well for people who aren't monetized and don't have any real hope of getting monetized anytime soon. They monetize the video on your channel. They put the copyright claim on it, and then they get all the revenue, and they pay all the people for the sync licensing and everything else, but they also pay you. They send you, I think it's 9 cents a view, a full view of the video, which means I can legally upload the cover tunes. So I can do All I Want for Christmas Is You, upload it through this place called We Are the Hits. They secure the sync licensing and they monetize the video and they pay everybody, and then I'll get 9 cents a view for it. With the cover tunes, with releasing Santa Baby, the way that works is I have to pay $12 a year to my distribution company, and then I upload the video. I mean the song, the cover song, and then they go through the agency that handles mechanical licensing. Yeah, and that's the thing, Karki, is it's not protecting the songwriters and artists. It's all about the A&R, the record companies, the publishing companies. It's all about the business side of music. Like I said, artists and songwriters get very little money for what they do. And especially the independent ones. But like Mariah Carey, she's not rolling in the dough from making albums. I can tell you that, honestly. Prince had a lot. He was in a contract with a record company, and they said, okay, you've got to give us so many albums in such amount of time. And we own that music. You don't even own the music you've written, recorded, performed, all that. You don't own that music. We own, the record company owns that music. And he wanted to take his music and do a compilation with it, you know, and put it on different albums. And the record company said, no, you can't do that. And that's where he went through the thing where he legally changed his name to that symbol and said, you know, the artist formerly known as Prince, so he could own the music he was putting out. And eventually he went back to the record company, but he signed a different contract with them. He was a groundbreaker in that he was standing up for artists' rights and the songwriters' rights. Because the world of music, it's funny. It's one reason I am an independent artist. I own my music, and unfortunately, I will never make a lot of money because, you know, I won't buy into the business side of musicianship, and also with being a business musician. Excuse me a second. I'm still on that's my second cup of coffee today. It's early out here. It's only 9:30. The business of music, yeah, it was a dispute with the record company over who owned his music that he wrote. And, you know, case in point, when he died, they found a couple rooms in his house stacked floor to ceiling with boxes and boxes and boxes of unreleased music that he did not want to give to the business. And being in the music business, you don't have to be talented. You don't have to be good. I mean, listen to some of the stuff that's on the radio. The lyrics are vague and not that great. It's kind of like the difference between reading a comic book and reading Charles Dickens, or Shakespeare. You just have to have a face that sells, and then the record companies come out and they take the music. They give them a song and say, okay, you're going to sing this, and you're going to look like this, and you're going to sound like this, and we're going to tell everybody you're single. Even though you're married, we're going to tell everybody you're single, so the young girls will want to listen to your music because they have hopes of being, you know, your girlfriend. And we're going to dress you in these designer clothes so the guys that listen to you think, well, if I dress in those clothes, I'll sound like him. You know, it's a big psychological game. And then the record companies put the music on the radio. And so you hear it on the radio and you think, wow, you know, they made it on the radio. This must be a good song. You know, yeah, it's got an okay beat, and it's dumbing you down from music. And teaching you that complex lyrics and complex sounds are bad, and you know, we all just need to feel good. And I mean, I like Adele and I like her music as much as the next person, but some of her songs are just they're okay, you know. And shows like American Idol and The Voice, America kind of gets whitewashed because you think these people are just people who walked in off the street. But I can tell you for a fact, the contestants that get on The Voice have been scouted by NBC, and when they get onto the show, they sign a contract with NBC and with NBC Records and all of that stuff. And they are basically, you know, whether they get knocked out in the first round or they make it to the end, NBC owns them NBC owns their image, their music, their sound, everything. The songs get picked out for them. That's a totally different thing. It's nice to think that Lindsey Sterling and Billie Eilish, it's nice to think that they just posted a cover on YouTube and instantly became famous. That's not how it works. That's the story you're told because they want to perpetuate that anybody can do this. See, look, we found this person on YouTube and now they're an instant star. And that's going on with The Voice and everything else. There was a contestant on The Voice about 6 years ago, I think. And can't remember her name offhand, but she was a local music star and she had been working in the music business. She played with B.B. King. She played with all these other people. And she was very talented and had a huge catalog of original music and everything else. But she got on The Voice. They contacted her and said, hey, her agent got in touch with The Voice and they worked things around. That's also how America's Got Talent works, too. These aren't people who just walked in off the street. They hold the big auditions so that you can think that, think that they won the lottery or whatever, but it's not how it happens. It's all behind the scenes. It's who you know, not what you know, or not how good you sing. And so she gets on The Voice and they decide what song she's going to sing. They decide how she's going to look. They bring in makeup artists and clothing artists and style, and they totally revamp the people's image because they want them to come in looking homely and and a little low key so that they can improve them, And by the time they get to the end of the competition, they're not even the same person they were because they have makeup artists, they have a voice coach, they have unlimited wardrobe, they have all of this stuff. They have the top production studios in the country, they have auto-tune, they have you name it, And so it's not, if they want to do a show about somebody with a beautiful singing voice, then let's take all the production out of it and let's just hear their voice. That's why I don't add a lot of things to my voice. And according to the industry, I'm not that great a singer and I'm not that great a lyricist because I'm only one person where the hit songs, they've got like 8 or 10 writers. Because somebody wrote these 4 measures and somebody wrote those 4 measures, and then they had a producer come in and put it all together. And then for the lyrics, the lyrics have gone through 5 or 6 different people doing edits and cuts. And okay, this school of writing lyrics says that if you have the word shirt, you must rhyme it with dirt. Any other rhyme is not going to work there. So dirt, shirt and dirt. We always, so we either need to change shirt or change dirt, because that doesn't fit here. The music business is not what everybody thinks it is. And so I'm totally independent musician. The loops that I use, I do use loops, like the wind chime sound. That's a loop. It's a royalty-free loop. It's a recording of someone playing those wind chimes. The bass part in the first song that I played for you, that was a loop. Somebody figured that out and played it and recorded it. And then I took the file and I changed the instrument and things like that. But unless you are... I love Gregorian chant. Oh, let me play this for you then. If you like Gregorian chant, let me play this one for you. This is on the album too. I love Gregorian chant. I had the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. for a week at Catholic Universities of America. And God, I can't remember. I want to say it's not a cavalcade, but I can't remember what it was called. But it was, we studied Gregorian chant and chant in general and we practiced in the catacombs. Hi, Aya, good to see you. We practiced in the catacombs of the basilica there at Catholic Universities of America, and we also participated in services at the two different monasteries right there next to the Catholic University. But it was a week immersed in the sacred chant and the old, and it was but here you go. Let's listen to this one. This one's called Emmanuel, and you'll recognize it instantly. This one is in the public domain, so I was able to whoop, hold on. Stop. I got to get on this other screen so y'all can hear it. Oh, it was a complete and utter blast. And I was the only non-Catholic there, so and they're very strict about their beliefs and everything when they have the Eucharist service and everything. I wasn't allowed to participate in that. But the one thing that struck me about these people, and I don't go on about religions. I don't care what denomination or religion you are or aren't or whatever. I think everybody, that's a personal thing. But I had to say I admired the dedication, because there are parts in different songs that you have body motions, like you'll bow or you'll kneel. And in the catacombs, we didn't have big padded kneelers to kneel. When we knelt on our knees on the cold stone floor. And even the elderly, even people who might have had knee problems or things like that, they were on their knees on that cold stone floor. And that meant so much to me. I admired their devotion. So let's listen to this one. Exactly. I find this song to be the definition of faith and hope. Like I said in the previous stream, faith is belief in things you don't have the proof for, and hope is right along those lines. Hope is trusting the unknown. And I feel like the song is timeless in its message, even though it does tell a story, a historical story. I think it is timeless in the themes of it, and that, yeah, you know, you might be struggling, you might be having a rough go at it right now. However, you know, there's always faith and hope, and if you have faith and hope, you can pretty much get through anything. And I've always loved that song, and I chose to use the choir at the end without the lyrics because I wanted to keep it in that timeless state. Because I think everybody who likes a song knows the words anyway. So there's that one. I really want to play the other one, but I'm gonna have to wait. You've heard little bits and pieces of it. But let's see what else. I played that one. I played. Here we go. I'll play this one and then we'll wrap it up and call it a day. I appreciate everyone who's been here today. If you've watched the replay, I'm sorry, I've really kind of been into the chat today. Haven't really given a lot from my replay viewers. But if you watch the replay, know that I appreciate you so much, and I'm grateful that you're here. Leave me a comment down below. I watched Replay Squad. How you doing? Whatever you want. I respond to all my comments. I always love seeing comments from my viewers. And honestly, if you watch the live or if you watch the replay, it's the same to me. You're just as valuable. All my viewers are very valuable to me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you liked this video. Let's get me up a little higher in the algorithms so people will start seeing me. I appreciate the shout outs I've had this week. Pete McDevitt gave me a big shout out the other night on his stream, and I really appreciate that. If you're joining me from Pete's channel, hey, Pete's a great guy, isn't he? Love that man. Also, Lisa, thanks for shouting me out on Instagram. It's Joey's World. She put up a video of a stationery set she purchased for a gift for someone. And I am working on more stationery sets like that. I will have, let me show you the latest paper I just bought yesterday. Oh, goodness. I'm in the process of rearranging my studio so I can be more productive. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Look at that. That's gonna be a stationery set. And there's more. Look at that one. Isn't that cute? And that's gonna be a stationery set. And there's some more Mickey paper. And then what else have I got? And then looky here. Whoop. And then we have, this is going to be part of one of those. We got a big mini and with an M, and then we got who's the leader of the club? And So I'm gonna have some Mickey and Minnie stationery sets coming up. I'm gonna have some more Olaf sets coming up. Gonna do some princess idea sets. They're going to be in the theme of different Disney princesses. The characters are copywritten, so I have to be real careful about what kind of things I put out there, because Disney does come after people. Unless if it has their image on it, it's got to be top notch, or they will take you down. If you can't afford the licensing and stuff. So a lot of mine are allusions to things. I gotta play you just a little sneak peek. I'll play you a little sneak peek of Pete McDevitt's song. I call it Community Christmas. And I'll just play the little beginning of it. Dis Our Dream. Jeff and Ange, thank you for being here. If it's Jeff, put down the Oreos, go put your pants on. If it's Ange, so lovely to see you. You have the patience of Job, and you are such a strong and wonderful woman. And my condolences for being married to... No, I don't mean that. No, y'all are wonderful people. It's so good to see you. But I'm going to give a little sneak peek here. Okay, you ready? You ready to hear this? What you think about that? You missed it, Jeff and Ange. I was just showing the papers that I got to make some more stationery sets. This work is called Community Christmas. It's the first track on the new album that's coming out on November 27th. It's also Pete McDevitt's theme music for the Night Before Christmas that they're doing on December the 20th on his channel. I used to compose music. I learned in college, and we would do it old school. You had a pencil and a big sheet of score paper and a piano, and you basically had to hear all this in your head like the great composers did. And that's what I love about digital audio workstations now, and being able to create an orchestra right here in my bedroom. And I can take these ideas and pull them out and put them into play and release these compositions. I've been working on a requiem for my parents for the last 20 years or so. And now it can become a reality, So every kid's Christmas morning up on the housetop, reindeer paws, joy to the world. right, don't tell anybody I played that for you now. You got a sneak peek of what I consider to be one of my best compositions ever. And I messaged Pete after Pete messaged me and asked me, can you write something for me about 3 minutes 15 seconds, and I said sure, and I sat down and dove into it, and I felt more joy than I've felt since I was in college, and that was a long time ago. So this really woke me up. It rejuvenated me. It gave me that hope and restored my faith, and that's why I went on to do Emmanuel. But isn't that just a fun piece of Christmas music? So yeah, the only thing that makes me sad about other holidays is there's not this great music like there is for Christmas. The holiday season just has such wonderful, wonderful music. And like I said, my Vlogmas is going to be a lot of popular Christmas songs, because I have found a place to do the sync licensing so I can legally upload cover tunes and monetize them and make a little money off of them, instead of the money going to record companies and A&R and big corporations and things like that. And the money will go directly to the artists. Wow, I've done this for an hour. It's about time to let everybody go. I thank you so much for being here. I want to say a special thanks to the Live Place. Dean is such a wonderful person, and he hosts 2 of my weekly shows, my weekly live shows. This one, which is 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific on Wednesdays, and then Sunday evenings, 7 p.m. East Coast, 4 p.m. West Coast. I do arts and crafts, healing with art. This weekend, we are making a 2-tiered holiday tray for displaying little knickknacks or cookies and treats or candy or whatever, and it's a very beautiful thing, and everything we're making it from came from the Dollar Tree. So we'll have a lot of fun with that. Yeah, Dean hosts over 120 live streamers in all walks of life. We've got theme parks, we've got RVers, we've got campers, we've got crafters, we've got music, we've got disabilities, we've got all sorts of, all walks of life. If you go through theliveplace.com, you go through their listings, you will find several people worth watching. I only watch the Live Place streamers. I don't even turn on my TV except to turn on YouTube and watch the Live Place streamers. So special thanks to Dean. If you're watching the replay, like I said, leave me a comment. If you're here in the live, thank you so much for dropping by. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and let YouTube know that this video is worth watching, and share it with your friends. I look forward to seeing everybody on Sunday, and I'll see you in other streams. I'll be in the chat. Say hi if you see me. Let's get Christmas going, huh? Peace to you and all you love and all who love you. Find your passion, grab a hold of it. Don't ever let it go. We're getting through this, and it's not about a new normal or an old normal or anything else. Life's about the journey, the day-to-day. Find something joyful today and make somebody smile today. It doesn't matter what the destination is. In most of our cases, the destination is not. Oh. Anyway, rather than go down that path, I'm going to wrap it up and drink some more coffee and take a nap. Have a happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all the veterans for serving your country and providing for our rights and our freedoms without question. Have a great day. I love y'all. Mwah! Merry Christmas!